So hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So I'm making cabbage curry. So I have grated it very into thin I have grated it very thin. So here is, see how it has been grated well. I've used BDM's PC multi-chef food processor to do this. Welcome to my channel. Hey everybody, welcome to my live. So for lunch it's going to be cabbage curry. You see this cabbage? How many of you like cabbage? So if my audible, welcome to my lunch live stream. So I'm making cabbage curry here. So I've taken one dried red chili here. So I'm done with preparing rice and dal. And as usual, it's going to be sambar again today. Sambar, which is actually for lunch. So I have added 2 tablespoons of oil in it for tempering. So I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Let it crackle. I've added half a teaspoon of asafoetida in here, and I'm going to be adding one green chili and one red chili for our cabbage curry. So it's going to be cabbage curry, South Indian style. Okay, so welcome to my channel. People who are joining first here, I hope you are doing well. I hope you had your breakfast, lunch or dinner wherever you are watching from the world. Welcome to my channel, Vasu's Vegetarian Kitchen, where everyone is a star. Do let me know if my audio is audible, if you're able to hear me. If you want to ask me anything, you can comment. So let the mustard seeds crackle. So I added 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. The next thing is I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of urad dal, split urad dal for our tempering, and I'm going to add this dried red chili here and the green chili, one green chili here. The next thing is to stir it. So the next thing to be done here is to stir it, and then what is to be done is to add these finely grated cabbage. So I've taken around 300 grams of cabbage here. So how many of you like cabbage? Who is a cabbage only cabbage, or who is in favor of cauliflower? What do you like? So I'm going to stir this now. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. There it goes. There it is. I'm going to stir it again. The next thing I'm going to add is one teaspoon of salt. That's it. Welcome to my channel, whomsoever is watching. So for today's lunch, it's cabbage curry. Again, drumstick sambhar, because I've bought drumstick. So I have enough drumstick to prepare for 4 days. So it's going to be again drumstick sambhar. So those who have not watched yesterday's live stream can go ahead and watch that recorded version of it, and which is now available on my channel. You can go. This one is the previous video here. So the next thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding a glass of. And the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to close this with the lid and let it cook well. And once it's done, our cabbage curry will be ready. If you are liking the stream, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give this live stream a thumbs up, and also share it with your family and friends. And yes, so if you like vegetarian food, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to be closing this with a lid, so let it cook well. In the meantime, I've got a new addition to my cooking thing. This is a new kadai that I bought myself. It's from VDM. You must have people who it's a brand called VDM, and I like it. Hopefully this also will live up to the expectation. This is a 24 centimeter kadai, As you can see, it's a big one. It's a tri-ply, which means it has one layer of aluminium and two layers of stainless steel here. So I'm going to be cooking, I'm going to be preparing some dessert. So this is the new kadai that I've bought. So this is a new addition to my cooking, what should I call it? So it's a new addition to my cooking range. Yes, I'm not a chef to call it as a range, but then again, it is one. So if you can see here, this is the kadai here, and this is the kadai. Welcome everybody. Wow, Iris Bean, welcome. How are you doing? Where are you from? Welcome to Vasu's Vegetarian Kitchen, where I believe everyone is a star. So if you're a vegetarian, consider subscribing to my channel. Iris Bean, hi. How are you doing? Where are you from? Nice. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. So I am preparing, what am I preparing? I am preparing cabbage curry, and yes, so I'm preparing cabbage curry. So I'll show it to you. Welcome to my channel. So I'll show it to you if I can. So I am preparing what? I am preparing, wait a second, I need to remove this. So I'm preparing what we call as cabbage curry. You must have heard about cabbage, you know cabbage of course. So here's the cabbage curry. It's not, yes, thank you for that. I also like cabbage very much. So it's cooking. So what I've done is I've added salt, turmeric powder, red chili, dried red chili, green chili, and I've added a cup of water, and it's going to cook well so that it becomes nice. You can have it with rice. In India, you can have it with rice. If you're watching from India or if you live in India, people know about it. And thank you, Iris. Thank you for saying that. I hope you're doing well wherever you are watching from. So I'm going to close this, and just for my viewers and subscribers, I bought myself a new kadai, or if you want to call it as wok. This is a 24 centimeter tri-ply, which has an aluminium lining, layer in the middle, and two stainless steel. So it's from an Indian brand called Vidiem, Vidiem. So I can see my face. Okay, I can see my face here. What is it like there? It's kind of summer here, and yes, it's so if anybody out here is a vegetarian and likes vegetarian food, watching vegetarian food, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you are liking my content here, you can also subscribe to my channel, and also give this video a thumbs up if you are liking what you are seeing. Oh, I'm in Texas, the big state in Texas, huh? From the United States of America. Am I right? The United States of America. The great, I love America. America is just great. I love America. Who doesn't love America? United States of America. America. So. So in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making. Okay, thank you very much. So in the meantime, I'm going to be making a pudding out of semolina. I believe you call it pudding, but we call it kesari or halwa. So I'll make pudding. I'll prepare pudding later in the evening. I mean, there's just there's change in the plan, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to be making sambar right now, and just a second. So I'm going to use another. I'm using another small kadai here, which I'm going to. So I'm putting another kadai here, and I'm going to be making kind of not more than a stew, and it's called Sambhar, and I'll just show it to you. So I'll reduce the heat on the other gas here. Stay tuned. So, for people who are joining new, so this is what I'm making. If you're still there, Iris, so it's called Drumstick here in India, or Moringa if you know. These are drumsticks if you know it. I'll show it, and I've done well. These are drumsticks. Look at that. It's cooked well, so it's cooked well, and I'm making sambar. It's more than a stew, and we consume it in lunch, and we use it for other sort of say breakfast also. So it's kind of a condiment, more than a condiment if you want to call it. How do I describe it? But yes, so what I'm going to do is our kadai or wok if you want to call it, as you call it in English. So I'm going to be asking a poll here. So if you want to let me know if you like cabbage or whatever, what do you like? Do you like cabbage or cauliflower? So what I'm doing is, first thing is I'm adding a tablespoon of oil. This is refined oil. To that I'm adding asafoetida powder, which is good for digestion. With that I'm adding a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Let it crackle. So I'm adding a half teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Here's what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add our this moringa here, which moringa or drumstick which has cooked well. So, as it has already cooked well, as I have already pressure cooked it, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of homemade sambar powder. It's mixed powder of spices, South Indian spices, which is really flavorful and it's used for vegetarian cooking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it. Okay, I've done the stirring. The next thing is I'm going to be adding the marinated tamarind water here, which is the essential ingredient. Okay, so here it goes. Here goes the tamarind water. I'm adding this early on because our drumstick and moringa has already cooked well. Okay, so I'm going to be adding a little bit more of this tamarind, this thing. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned. Dal that I have cooked, which is going to be added to our sambar here. So if you're liking this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share this video with your family and friends, spread the word about my channel if you're a vegetarian, and subscribe to my channel. So guys, our cabbage curry is done for lunch. Thank you Vikas for liking the whomsoever has liked it. So it's done. I hope you had your lunch, and I am preparing my drumstick sambar here. So the other thing that's cooking right now, if you are still there, it's drumstick sambar here. Okay, drumstick or Moringa Sambhar here. Okay. So our drumstick sambar is getting cooked here, and I think it's almost the tamarind flavor has subsided. It has to subside a little bit more. Then I'll add the tur dal to our sambar, and our lunch will be ready. I only have to make rasam here. Okay. our sambar has cooked well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash up, like always, as usual, I'm going to mash up the dal or the pulse here. And I'm going to be adding, except for one ladle which I'll not add, I'll add it for rasam. So I'm adding all the dal here. Okay, and I'm going to mix it well, and I'm going to stir it well so that the dal blends well with the sambar and we get a good one, with blends well with the drumstick and other tamarind water. And I'll allow it to cook for another 5 minutes, and then I'll garnish it with cilantro or coriander. To this, to add more taste to it, I'll add a teaspoon of jaggery, country sugar that we call it. Country sugar, it's not sugar but country sugar, to add taste to it. This is what I've added, country sugar or natu sakare that we call in Tamil. So I'm going to stir it a bit. So do try this recipe at home and give me your valuable feedback. If you like the live stream here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the social media channels. I'll provide all the links in the description box below. Hey guys, I'm live now on my channel cooking lunch. You can click the link below and join the live stream. Thank you. So our sambar is ready and it has cooked well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be switching off the gas stove here. So I've done that. The next thing, So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be garnishing this with um, so I'm going to be garnishing this with coriander or cilantro, as I told you, and the only thing that to be made to be prepared is rasam, which is the same thing as of yesterday, which is staple food in South India, and so our cooking is done. So this is our sambar, drumstick sambar, which is ready and it's looking really yummy. Do try this at home if you are a vegetarian, if you like. If you are new to South Indian cooking, so this is traditional South Indian vegetarian cooking. So the next thing that I'm doing is right now is going to be garnishing sambar with fresh coriander or cilantro. There it goes, and our drumstick. It's only drumstick today, and drumstick or Moringa Sambhar. So if you're liking my live stream and my content here, go and subscribe to my channel. The next thing the final thing that I'm going to make is rasam, which is going to be quick. Hopefully it's going to be quick. So what do I do now? So I place this on another stove here, and I'm going to take another utensil here. I'm going to take a cup of water. I'm going to take a cup of water. So this is again going to be lemon rasam. This would be new for people who haven't watched my live stream yesterday. You can go and check out that live stream also. So I'm going to be adding 3 tomatoes to our rasam here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly grind them so that thing doesn't get wasted tomatoes. So I'm going to grind the tomatoes. I'm going to grind them. So I'm cutting 3 tomatoes here. 3 small to medium size tomatoes that I'm dicing them right now. You're not able to watch that on the screen, but I'll show it to you once I have diced them, once I have actually cut them. I'm going to grind them so that the rasam is consistent and you don't find pieces of tomato. But you can add them straight away too if you want. If you like tomatoes. I mean, everybody likes tomatoes. There would be few of percentage of people who also have preferences in terms of how they consume rasam. What am I saying? I'm saying because I'm hungry. So I've cut them into dices tomato. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly grind them and I'm going to be making rasam, which I'm going to grind it quickly in a blender or a jar, mixie jar, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to add this and I'm going to quickly grind them. Stay tuned and I'm going to come back, quickly grind this and come back. So rasam done, our lunch is done. If you look here, I've crushed the tomatoes here. So you can do this or you can add the tomatoes directly also. I always use tomatoes in pieces, but for a change, I've tried this method here and I'm adding the tomatoes here. And to that I'll add a little bit of water and shake this well and add them to our water here. Okay, so this is rasam in the making. It's kind of a soup, but more than soup. Soup is a starter. This is good for health because it's got cumin and pepper powder in it, rasam powder, or you can also add sambar powder if you don't have rasam powder. So the next ingredient that goes inside is the asafoetida powder, which is good for digestion. Fresh curry leaves, which are essential. Okay, then I'm going to be adding salt accordingly. This is a lemon rasam, so I have not added any tamarind into it. So there goes the salt. And here goes a teaspoon of sambar powder. If you have rasam powder, you can add that also, but sambar powder will do. I'll add another quarter teaspoon of this thing, and I'll switch on the stove. Once it's done, once it reaches a foamy consistency, our rasam will be done. So if you've been liking my content here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this live stream, this video a thumbs up, and our lunch is ready. So it's cabbage curry, drumstick sambhar, and rasam. So I'll transfer our sambar into another serving bowl, a serving utensil, or whatever it is called. So I'll do that. So our drumstick sambar, yummy drumstick sambar is ready here. Okay, so look at that. So our lunch is ready. I'll see you in my next live stream. This live stream will be available in an hour or 2 hours time. It is being recorded. So as you all know, it's recorded, and it will be available for your viewing in a couple of hours time, hopefully. So this is how rasam looks. It's got tomato, it's got sambar powder, it's got curry leaves, it's got asafoetida powder, it's got, I forgot to add the main thing. Oh, I need to add the cumin and pepper powder, which I have ground already. So this is how the cumin and pepper powder looks. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of cumin and pepper powder, which is how I make rasam. People add garlic also. I haven't yet used garlic, but if you want to add garlic, you can make garlic rasam also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this and show it to you. See how beautiful it is looking, how tasty and delicious. So it's full of richness, and it is good for your health. It is kind of a soup, but more than a soup, I would say. So I'll be garnishing this with lemon at the end, because it's a lemon rasam. So you can go check out the recipe from yesterday's video. I'm going to be ending this live stream here right now. I'll see you in my next live stream, in my next video, and you can also watch my shorts and videos on my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I would like to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel today and who came to my live stream. Thanks for watching. Bye. So what I'll do is I'll add a cup of water to be kept aside for our for our rasam to be diluted so that everything mixes well. And I added half a cup of water to this dal, which I'll add to the rasam, which completes our lunch today. So it's our rasam is cooking. So once you see the spices all cook well, and you will see a layer which forms around the vessel here. So what I'll do is I'm going to add a glass of water here, and also this dal water here, and I'm going to mix it well. Once there's a foamy consistency, and our lemon rasam is done. So if you see, there's a foamy layer which has formed now. So I'm going to switch off, turn off, or keep our tasty and delicious and healthy rasam aside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now be tempering. I'm going to be tempering our rasam here by adding clarified butter or ghee, as we know it in India. So let the kadai heat up, and so our lunch is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a teaspoon of clarified butter or ghee, as we call it in Hindi, nehi in Tamil. So I'm going to be tempering now with mustard seeds, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, and for this lemon rasam I'm also going to be tempering it with adding cumin or jeera to it, which is actually used for tempering for lemon rasam. So if you like this live stream, my video and other content on my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. So let it crackle. The flavor is great, and I'm going to finally have my lunch. So I would like to once again thank everyone who joined in today's live stream, like every day, and yes, the thing has started to crackle, and I'm going to add this to our lemon rasam here. So I'll show you how. So it has started to crackle. So I'm going to be adding it to our rasam here. So I've added it, and I'm going to make sure nothing is left on the thing. I'll add a little bit of rasam here, and what I'll do is I'll pour this into our rasam, or and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be garnishing this with lemon juice here. And that's why it's lemon rasam. You always have to do this once you have finished preparing the rasam, and you shouldn't be adding the lemon juice when it's getting cooked. Otherwise you have a very bitter taste to your rasam, and which will not be a good which will not be a good experience for you. It will not be a good eating experience. So here goes again, as usual, our fresh coriander leaves or cilantro done. Thanks for watching. This video will be available for everybody to watch in a couple of hours time. Thank you.